All right, still Saturday, April 13th, 2019, and I just finished putting these power seat tracks on my seat. Went pretty straightforward. If anybody's never done it before, it's actually pretty simple. You have that bolt in there, and then there's another one up under here on the bottom. So 4 bolts hold the seat tracks to the seat frame. So you take your manual seat tracks off, and then you just bolt these on. They can, the cables are like that. Bolt on the same way the other ones bolt off. And the cables are pretty much idiot-proof because they can only thread onto the ones that they're supposed to. The thread pitch is different on these couplers, so it can only go one way. And then you bolt your transmission and your motor. Bolt there, and where's that? Right there behind the connector. That was probably the most awkward thing to do. I mean, that's probably I don't know why we keep losing focus. That was probably the hardest thing to do, was bolt that thing in. It's kind of awkward, but it took 5 minutes. So this unit here I bought off of eBay. I bought it back in like July of last year, June last year. Bought it as a complete kit. It didn't have, actually it did have the side trim, but it was steel. So I'm thinking maybe it came out of a Cadillac or something. And but it came with the plastics that were in good shape. None of them cracked or anything, so that's cool. I went ahead and dyed them with the same dye that I used on the rear deck, just to add a little touch, because they were black. And the seat trim, actually, my buddy cut that. That was a manual seat trim, and he cut the holes for the switch using a Dremel, and I gave him the steel one because he's going to chrome plate them. So anyway, so we made that trim, and it looks okay. Came out decent, presentable at least. The most nerve-wracking thing on this was cutting the vinyl for the switch. I didn't want it to be too loose, too saggy. It's not that bad. But that's pretty much it. I got it wired up to a DeWalt drill just to make sure. I went ahead and greased everything and make sure everything works. So 6-way power seat, everything works. I did have it grounded here at first on the track, and that caused problem. So I grounded it just temporary right now to the transmission and straight to the battery. Two wires to my DeWalt 20 volt. That's pretty much it. I mean, this guy advertised this unit as reconditioned. I see he cleaned the seat tracks up, probably had them sandblasted or something. I doubt the motor is new. It looks quite original. Transmission, maybe, I don't know. But that's pretty much the gist of it. And then when it comes time to bolt in the car, just like any other seat, you got 8 studs. I got the studs for that. So that was today's project. Next thing is basically throw this thing in the car, trim the carpet, throw this thing in the car, and getting closer and closer. So just want to do a quick video here to show power seat. If anybody's curious on how these things work, it just uses these cables. They can only go on one way, unless you cross thread them, but you just thread them by hand, and it just bolts on. And I believe that all the seat frames are universal to fit the motor, so you can easily convert them. I scored this unit off eBay. Man, it's a pretty penny. It's about $500 complete. They go anywhere from 3 to 5. I've seen them go higher. I don't know if they sell. The seat trims alone, just that one piece, can go for anywhere from $100 to $200. So it's definitely an upgrade that I enjoy because it makes it way more fun to drive when you can recline the seat a little bit, give a little more leg room. So for me, it's a must-have, along with the tilt steering. So that's it for today's update, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.